You're someone who's ambitious and wants more for your life, but you struggle to make the right choices and you end up doing the bad habits, even when you don't want to. This video is perfect for you and it could change everything. There are two key reasons to why this is actually happening, and to be honest, the only reasons why this is happening. So I'm going to show you what they are. I'm going to tell you how to fix them as soon as possible. Something you need to understand about humans and human nature, and that is that we are purpose-driven animals. That means that we get most of our motivation from purpose. We all wish to live a purposeful life. We're all constantly searching for meaning. We want our actions to have purpose, to have meaning. We don't want it to be emptiness and be worth nothing. Right, I'm going to read you a few sentences from a book I've been reading by Brian Tracy about discipline. He's a motivational talker. We are purpose-driven. Therefore, you feel happy and in control of your life only when you have a clear goal that you are working toward each day. That is truth. Yeah, I know this from personal experience. There has been days where I've been so purpose-driven and chasing my goals and striving towards my goals, and my days have been harder, more boring, more draining, but I've always felt better overall, because it doesn't matter how much pain or how boring or difficult it is, when you know you're getting closer towards a goal, it's much more fulfilling. It's so different from having easier days that are sometimes more fun, sometimes sort of better, but they actually make you feel worse. It's because you're not getting closer to your goals. Yeah, the day can be more fun, easier, you can be more relaxed, but you will not feel as fulfilled. You will not be as motivated as days when you're purpose driven. Something I need to explain which ties into this point perfectly. There is an animal, a bird called a homing pigeon. You can drop this bird thousands of miles away from its nest, its home. You can blindfold it, put a blanket over the cage, make sure it has no idea how it got 2,000, 1,000 miles away from its nest. You can release it. It will go up in the sky, it will do a few circles, it will fly straight back to where its nest is. Now, something that you may not know, two animals on the planet have this ability in their mind, homing pigeons and humans. The only difference is that we don't have that intrinsic place to go to, that target. The only difference is with humans is we need to search for it. We need to find out what it is that we want, what goals we want, what we want to achieve, where we want to get to in life, what our purpose is. We need to figure that out. And once we figure that out, we have the same ability to get there no matter what with that goal. It's the same mechanism. It doesn't matter how you get there. All you need is a target and a goal to use that same mechanism that the homing pigeon uses to get to his home. You just need the goal, the objective, the purpose. Why is this relevant? Why is this important? Because most humans do not have goals, do not have targets. They are aimless, they are lost. And when this happens, because of human nature, because of the way we've evolved, we will resort to the easiest option, the least resistance, because we have no reason. How do I expect you to do the habits, to go to the gym, to cold shower, to read, to start a business when you don't even have a goal? You're just doing it for no reason. You can't expect anybody to do anything when there is no reason to do it. You always resort to the easiest option. That's just human nature. That's how we work. So that's why you're doing the bad habits, because you don't even have a clear goal. So you just think, well, why do I do this? There's nowhere that I can see in my mind that I'm trying to get to. So why would I do the hard thing? Obviously, you're going to resort to the easiest option. And it has to be specific. Yeah, it cannot be vague. It has to be a clear target. You have to know what you're aiming for. This is true because we all know, right? Everybody in the world says they want to be rich. They want loads of money. They want to be free. What does that even mean? It's vague. Rich, is relative. If a homeless man gets given £5,000, is he going to feel rich? Of course he is. He's going to feel mega rich. If you give a billionaire £5,000, is he going to feel rich? No. He might even take it as an insult. So it's all relative. Yeah, it's all different perspectives. So you have to have a clear, tangible goal, like that's actually achievable. You can't just say rich. You can't just say loads of money. You need to have a specific goal. And I know I'm just talking about money, but this goes for everything. Yeah, your fitness, your physique, your health, your family, your relationships, all these things. You can't just say, I want a happy relationship. You need to be specific about what that looks like, what that is. You can't just say, I want loads of money. You've got to say, I want this amount of money. This is what I'm going for. You need a target. Everybody says they want to be rich. Yeah, the people that actually achieve decent wealth will have a specific goal. They had a goal, they had a target, and they reached it. People that don't set goals do not reach their targets because there is no target. So overall, for this first point of why you can't do the work, you don't have a target, so you don't have a reason to do the good habits, and you're aimless. Therefore, you do the easiest thing possible, the least resistance, as you would. Yeah, don't blame yourself. It's human nature. That's just what's going to happen. So what have you got to do? You have to set goals. You have to set specific goals and targets. And also, do not set them so high. The reason for this is your brain does not like discomfort, hard work. It doesn't like seeing all of that. So you might have a big goal of being a millionaire or something like this. If you tell your brain that, then it's going to look at a huge mountain you've got to climb, and it's going to look at the very top and it's going to say, I ain't climbing that mountain. And you're not even going to take the first step to get in there. So what you've got to do is you've got to set little goals. You almost got to trick your brain by giving it tiny tasks just to look at. So your brain thinks it's easy enough to do, so it's not too much discomfort. You'll find when you're consistent and you just stack little wins and you just trick your brain every single day to do little things that push you towards your goal, that you know you will get there 100%. The second reason why you cannot do the work: low quality sleep and low testosterone levels. When you have bad sleep and low testosterone levels, you are just fighting an uphill battle. You cannot expect to be doing hard tasks, to be consistent, to be grinding, to be achieving something when you have low quality sleep, which fucks your mental health, fucks your focus, fucks your willpower, your mental strength, and low testosterone levels. Having good, high quality sleep and high testosterone levels is a cheat code for getting shit done, for achieving your goals, for having the motivation to do anything you want. No one in this day and age has good sleep because they don't prioritize it, because they don't get told how important it is. The majority of your mental health problems and your willpower comes from bad sleep. If you get good sleep consistently, week in, week out, your willpower will be nothing like you've ever seen it before. And your clarity, your ability to focus, your motivation, it's all testosterone and sleep, your recovery. But people want to tell you, hustle culture wants to tell you work 24/7, grind, and you can't focus, you can't do the hard tasks. Testosterone is the male hormone, yeah. It's literally your motivation, your pride, your self-discipline, your will to win. Everything that built society derives from high testosterone. We would not be standing in these buildings if it wasn't for men with high testosterone wanting to build something, wanting to go out of their comfort zone, achieve great things. You will get so much aggression and will to win. You will not let anything get in the way of your goals. You will be so ruthless if you've got high testosterone. When I wake up some mornings with bad sleep and I know I can literally feel when I've got low testosterone, I tend to let things slip. If you've got high testosterone, you don't let shit slip, yeah, because it affects you, because you want to win, because you want to do the right thing, you want to be on top of things. And when you've got low testosterone, you let it slip, you let it slide, and you just say, oh, it doesn't matter. There's nothing that gets by you, yeah. Anything that detriments you, you get rid of it. I'm going to tell you how you can have good sleep, yeah. The main factors of having good sleep. Number one, you have to stop scrolling before bed, yeah, because it fucks up your dopamine receptors, and also you're looking at blue light. So your brain thinks it's daytime. How is your brain going to go to bed when it thinks it's daytime? It's not going to generate the things it needs to generate. It's not going to repair the things in your body that it needs before bed. You're completely ruining your sleep. You're just unconscious at that point. You're not even sleeping. You're not repairing. You're not recovering. No blue light, no scrolling. You want to wind down. You want like an hour to wind down and be chilled. I would take a magnesium supplement which puts you in a deeper sleep, which makes sure you get more recovery and higher testosterone levels. You can also take a warm shower before bed. This will lower your core temperature, so you'll be cooler in the night, and you need to be cool to sleep and have deep sleep. Yeah, that's another factor. You want a cold room. You don't want it to be too hot. Do not eat anything at least 2 hours before you go sleep, because you'll just be digesting food rather than repairing. You need to use all your time when you're sleeping to be recovering and repairing, and you will wake up the next day full of it. The most important factor for good sleep that people sleep on, funny enough, is going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time every single day. We have an internal clock, yeah, so when your body is matching, when your routine is matching the internal clock, things fire at the right times. Yeah, everything's working how it should be. This just makes your recovery better and your whole sleep quality better because your body feels safe and it knows what time it is. Now, testosterone. 3 pillars for testosterone. There's so many things you can do to boost your testosterone, but overall, good sleep, yeah, quality. Like the best thing you can do for testosterone is have quality sleep. Compound heavy lifts or just lifting heavy weights in general. The sun. Good diet, full of cholesterol. Yeah, cholesterol is the building block for testosterone. You have to have a high cholesterol diet. There are your main pillars really: sleep, diet, and training. If you want high testosterone, there's so many different ways to improve your testosterone, increase your levels, which is what my channel is about. If you want to browse my channel is about raising testosterone. I got mine to 1,000 levels plus. Can't even remember what the number is, but I got it above 1,000 nanogram per deciliter, and it's a different game. So overall, the message of the video, the 2 reasons why you can't do the hard work is you do not have a goal, so you're lost. So you're taking the easy way out. You're doing the easy things. You need to set a goal. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write it in your notes. Have something you're excited to wake up about and strive towards. Otherwise, you're just going to do the bad habits. Now, making that goal even easier to achieve and making it even easier for you to do the work, the good habits, you need good quality sleep. Do not neglect your sleep. People do not talk about it enough. You will die 10 years younger if you don't have good sleep throughout your life. It's so important for everything. Mental health, I've spoken about it, but everything. And on top of that, you want to raise your testosterone levels. If I was you, I would get yours as high as humanly possible. Everything that increases your testosterone is good for you. Everything that lowers your testosterone is bad for you. It's a bit of an indicator. The modern world suppresses testosterone on purpose. Yeah, there's a reason why you've got low levels. You're naturally supposed to have much higher levels than you do, but the modern world is out to get you. So you need to fight back. You need to have high levels. It is a different reality, a different quality of life. I literally preach this all the time on the channel and to all my friends because it's so important, and I'm passionate about it because it's changed my life. Make sure you commit at least a few weeks trying your sleep, your testosterone, and setting goals. Guarantee you will be doing the good habits, and if you stack good habits for long enough, they are so hard to break and they make you unstoppable. It becomes a part of your identity, and that's what the goal is, making it a part of your identity. That is me for the video, boys. I'll see you in the next one.